Okay, the next president that we're going to be doing is Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. He served from 1953 to 1961. During his term, he really was the height of the Cold War. You know, this was just after the Korean conflict. He ended this peacefully, and really you saw the 50s. There was an economic boom as far as after World War II, and there was really a heightened feeling of conflict between the U.S. and the Soviet Union.
All right, under the Eisenhower administration, NASA was created. Dwight D. Eisenhower was pretty much the last president to really invest a lot in the infrastructure of America. Right after the Cold War and the Korean conflict, the infrastructure was booming because so many people had jobs that were creating things for the conflict to keep going. In his farewell address in 1961, Eisenhower warned America about the industrial military complex. He felt that America was going towards a nation that was just going to be solely based on the military, and he warned Americans not to let this happen. All right, Marie, what would you give Eisenhower?
I think I'm going to give him a B because he was a good president, but he didn't really do anything, but he didn't have anything negative either, so
Yeah.
I think he did all right.
I'm gonna give him a C because if you don't do much, you shouldn't get anything good or bad. So you go with the middle ground. C.
Rockwater.
I would give him a B because I believe that it was very smart of him to create NASA as a different sect for space exploration than having the U.S. Air do it.
I give him an A-. I think you all are being harsh on him. I don't think he was, one of the elite presidents is one of the best, but I think he ended the Korean conflict peacefully. The 50s was a time when, people, duck and cover. There was the thought that the United States was going to get nuked at any moment, and I think he does deserve some credit for keeping America out of a nuclear war. Also, people are loving President Obama's idea to invest in infrastructure, which I think is a good idea. And people don't, Eisenhower was the last president that really put a lot of money into that. So,
I'm gonna need a minute. All right, I would give Eisenhower a B. I think that he was not a terrible president. I think he did a lot with ending the Korean War, and he did create NASA, and he did invest in the infrastructure, but he really did nothing that set him apart from all the other presidencies. Mr. Kramer.
I'm going to give him a B because Tate did a good job of selling them. And also, I'm not going to give him any higher because my understanding is he spent more time playing golf than in the White House.
All right, so overall, we give Dwight D. Eisenhower a B.